Hello class, how are you? I hope you all are good. Today we'll start with a new chapter, Cyber Threat and Safety. So all of us use internet someday or the other. So all these computers are connected to each other through internet, or you can say net. So internet has revolutionized the way we live or the means of communication. Internet based threats are exposing people and even the computer system to harm online. So there are so many type of dangers which fit into this category, and being a netizen or a digital citizen, there are certain rules we should abide. So we learn all these in this chapter. So let's plug in the chapter. Internet. Potential threats on web. COVID-19, a breeding ground for cybercrime. Digital generation. Let's just start the chapter.
Internet. Internet, also called net, is one of the largest networks that links millions or trillions of computers all over the world. We can access this network via communication devices and media such as modems, cables, telephone lines and satellites. Through the internet, we have the access to information from all around the globe. The internet offers many facilities. It enables us to read the latest news, do research, banking transactions, file tax returns, shop, communicate, listen to music, watch movies, play games and access a wide variety of information. Internet has truly revolutionized the means of communication. Potential threats on web. Internet-based threats expose people and computer systems to harm online. A broad scope of dangers fits into this category. We can protect ourselves from a potential threat by understanding and preventing a number of security and privacy problems while using internet. It is important to be secure while we send personal information like our bank account or credit card number over the internet. If we do not take measures to protect ourselves from potential threats in the cyber world, we and our computer could become the target of cybercrime. Cybercrimes are those instances when a person illegally accesses our computer for malicious reasons. It could be any criminal activity that involves a computer, network device, or a network. While most cybercrimes are carried out in order to generate profit for the cybercriminals, some cybercrimes are carried out against computers or devices directly to damage or disable them. The different types of threats available in the cyber world are as follows. Spyware. Spyware is a software program that gets installed on our computer, gathers data and sends it to third parties without our knowledge or consent. It gets downloaded from websites, email messages, instant messages or direct file sharing connections. It may enter in our computer while installing a software. This program secretly gathers data from our computer, steals our passwords, displays unwanted advertisements and even takes control of our web browser. Spyware may come as a part of free deal offer, so never accept such deals. Use an internet security program to protect computer from spyware and other security risks. Install a personal firewall software that protects network resources from outside intrusions. Spam. Spam is any kind of unwanted, unsolicited digital communication that gets sent out in bulk. Often spam is sent via email, but it can also be distributed via text messages, phone calls or social media. Email spam, also known as junk mail, involves sending unwanted messages by a spammer to a large number of recipients. It can be used to deliver emails that contain viruses and targeted attacks aimed at obtaining sensitive, personal information. Some spam may include hidden text that becomes visible only if we highlight the content. It is a common trick that spammers use to get their email to pass through spam filters without detection. Sign up for email filtering through an ISP or use an anti-spam program. Do not click links in spam or reply to spam for any reason. Do not respond to spam email and keep security software up to date. Pop-up ads. Pop-up ads or pop-ups are forms of online advertisement that disturbs our web browsing by appearing in a separate browser window on the top of our current window. A pop-up is a GUI display area, usually a small window, that suddenly appears in the foreground of the visual interface. Pop-ups are irritating and may also be dangerous because clicking items in the pop-up window can cause spyware or viruses to be installed on our computer. We can use a pop-up blocker to block such ads in the browser. Phishing. Phishing is an attack that attempts to steal our money or our identity by getting us to reveal our personal and/or financial information through legitimate-looking websites. These messages request us to update our credit card number, bank information, password, or other private information. Phishing scams can be executed via email messages, websites, and even on the phone. If we receive an email from someone requesting us to verify online account or financial information, we should not reply. If we receive a phone call from someone claiming to be from a legitimate company or bank, do not disclose personal or financial information to the caller. While visiting a bank's website that requires to enter confidential information, make sure to type the web address correctly. Typing it incorrectly may take us to a phishing website. We can enable phishing filter in our browser that warns or blocks us from suspicious websites. Virus. A computer virus is a type of malicious software, or malware, that spreads between computers and causes damage to data and software. It aims to disrupt systems, cause major operational issues, and result in data loss and leakage. A virus can badly affect or infect our computer without our knowledge. Once a virus is in our computer, our files and operating system may be damaged. Viruses usually enter into our computer when we open an email attachment or download data from web. Open only those email attachments that come from trusted sources and are expected. Delete all unwanted emails without opening. Do not click on web links sent by unknown. Install an antivirus program and keep it updated. Scan all files before transferring them on a system. Keyloggers. A keylogger keystroke logging is a type of software that gets installed very easily and is often found on public computers. It records keystrokes we make to enter the data in the computer in a hidden file. We should avoid performing banking activities on public computers. These computers may record keystrokes in a hidden file or other tracking software. If we use a public computer for checking email or critical activities, be certain to sign out of any password-protected website and to clear the browser history. Always use a private window to have private browsing. Incognito mode in our browser is a place where we can browse the web without a record of our history being saved on our device. After our private browsing session in incognito mode ends, no cookies or other traces of our session are saved in our browser. Cookies. A cookie is a small text message that a web browser stores on our computer to keep track of websites. Cookie files typically contain data about us, such as our username, postal code, or viewing preferences. Websites use cookies for many reasons. Some websites use cookies to store usernames and/or passwords, so that users do not need to enter this information every time they sign into the website. Online shopping sites generally use cookies to keep track of items in a user's shopping cart. Other websites use cookies to track how often users visit a website. Some websites sell or trade information stored in our cookie to advertisers. If we do not want personal information to be distributed, we should limit the amount of information we provide to a website or adjust how our browser handles cookies. We must clear or disable cookies in the browser. Most modern browsers allow users to decide whether to accept cookies and the time frame to keep them. However, rejecting cookies makes some websites unreadable. Vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities are flaws in a computer software that weaken overall security of a computer system. They can also be created by improper computer or security configurations. Cybercriminals exploit such weaknesses and damage the computer or tamper its data. One should configure security settings for an operating system and internet browser. We should install an antivirus and keep it updated to block threats targeting vulnerabilities as well as keep software and security patches up to date. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a harassment that takes place using technology, which includes sending or forwarding threatening text messages, posting embarrassing or altered pictures of someone without his/her permission, or setting up a fake online social network page where others make harsh comments and spread rumors about someone. One should never give his/her personal information and password to any unknown person. They can use this information to harass us. Check for privacy settings, usually found on the settings on most social networking sites, to set permissions. In this way, we can control who can review our profile and photos, make comments, and if desired, block certain people from viewing our page. We should search our name on major search engines such as Google on regular basis. If any personal information or photo appears, which may be used for cyberbullying, we must take an action to remove it. Hacking. Hacker refers to someone who accesses a computer or network illegally. This is known as hacking. This can happen either for positive or negative reasons. Some hackers claim the intent of their security breaches is to improve security positive. Other hackers develop computer malware or virus to gain access to confidential information negative. A cracker is someone who also accesses a computer or network illegally, but has the intent of destroying data, stealing information, or carry out other malicious action. Both hackers and crackers have advanced computer and networking skills. We should make a strong password and change it frequently. Do not use the date of birth, name or any sensitive information as a password. It is strongly advised that we use different passwords for different accounts. Digital footprint. Every time we surf the internet, we leave a trail behind. Digital footprint or digital shadow refers to one's unique set of traceable digital activities, actions, contributions, and communications manifested on the internet or digital devices. Digital footprints can be classified as either passive or active. We can see all the websites we have visited in the past if we open a web browser. Everyone who uses the internet has a digital footprint, so it is not something to be worried about. However, it is wise to consider what trail of data we are leaving behind. So, we should keep our privacy settings as high as possible. We should never post our personal information online. One should never upload or download inappropriate picture or videos. If we see something online that makes us feel uncomfortable, unsafe or worried, leave the website or turn off the computer. Social engineering. Social engineering is used for gaining unauthorized access or obtaining confidential information by taking advantage of the trusting human nature of victims. It is the art of convincing people to reveal confidential information, such as usernames and passwords, on the phone, in person, or on the internet. Human nature of trust is the basis of such social engineering attacks. Social engineers are aware of the fact that most people are unaware of their valuable information and are careless about protecting it. They obtain information from users who do not conceal information properly. Due to the widespread of COVID-19, phishing and scams increased. The number of remote workers, employees in all industries should remain vigilant and take advantage of the available resources to enhance their security in the context of this new threat landscape. User awareness programs initiated to combat the continued threat of phishing and related social engineering techniques. One should always verify the identity of the person or organization requesting personal or confidential information. While relaying personal or confidential information, ensure that only authorized people hear our conversation or get the information. When personal or confidential information appears on a computer or mobile device, ensure that only authorized people can see our screen. Shred all sensitive or confidential paper documents after use. Avoid using public computers to conduct banking or other sensitive transactions. COVID-19, a breeding ground for cybercrime. In the first quarter of 2020, the world witnessed the global COVID-19 pandemic. Concurrently, the pandemic has been the catalyst for a paradigm shift in the way organizations operate, with many businesses scrambling to stand up a remote workforce. This has created a perfect storm for adversaries to launch targeted attacks against an overstretched industry. COVID-19 has contributed to an increasingly dynamic cyber threat landscape leading to a cyber pandemic. The industry includes perpetually effective techniques. A few techniques are given below, using living off the land, lottle capabilities like PowerShell to evade detection while retrieving malicious purpose tools from external resources. Using credential harvesting tools to extend the potential reach of the attack such as PowerCats, Lasagne, Mimikatz, and CSVDEE. Employing defense evasion techniques like indicator removal from target hosts. Establishing persistence by deploying web shells and PowerShell reverse shells. Making efforts to identify security software possibly running on target hosts. So, industries watch for suspicious behaviors in order to strengthen detection and prevention over the long haul. They partnered with best-in-class external solution providers to help fill critical talent gaps in a cost-effective manner. Organizations then met the benchmark which is more likely to eradicate the adversary before the attack spreads from its initial entry point, minimizing impact and further escalation. Meeting this challenge requires investment in deep visibility, as well as automated analysis and remediation tools across the enterprise, reducing friction and enabling responders to understand threats and take fast, decisive action. Digital generation. A digital generation can be considered as encompassing only people who were born into or raised in the digital era, meaning with widespread access to modern-age technology such as smartphones, tablets, computers, and digital information like the Internet. The growth and popularity of technology, especially the Internet, has brought up a digital generation which excites as well as worries parents and teachers. So, both parents and teachers have to play certain role to protect the children in the virtual world. Role of parents and teachers. Internet is an excellent tool for education, entertainment, and communication. Parents and they should advise children to create a strong password for every account and keep on changing an obscene material. Parents and teachers should use content filtering to restrict access of minors to inappropriate sites. They should prepare their children's students to become better, responsible digital citizens. Both parents and teachers have to play their role and protect the children. They should advise children to play only those online games which are suitable for their age. They should be an active part of the children's online life. At the same time, they should gain their trust as far as the use of internet is concerned. They should advise children not to share any personal information to any unknown person. They should make such environment at home and at school so that children can discuss their internet-related problems without hesitation. They should advise children to create a strong password for every account and keep on changing an obscene material. Parents and teachers should use content filtering to restrict access of minors to inappropriate sites. They should prepare their children's students to become better, responsible digital citizen. Throwback. Internet, also called net, is one of the largest networks that links millions or trillions of computers all over the world. Internet-based threats expose people and computer systems to harm online. The different types of threats available in the cyber world are spyware, spam, pop-ups, phishing, virus, keyloggers, cookies, vulnerabilities, cyberbullying, hacking, and social engineering. Protecting ourselves is important when we want to send personal information over the internet. Phishing is a scam in which we receive an official or legitimate-looking email message. Cyberbullying includes sending or forwarding threatening text messages, posting embarrassing or altered pictures of someone without his/her permission. Digital footprint or digital shadow refers to one's unique set of traceable digital activities, actions, contributions, and communications manifested on the internet or digital devices. Social engineering is a term used for gaining unauthorized access or obtaining confidential information. Both parents and teachers have to play their role and protect the children in the virtual world.